Now try to understand the concept called as converse of angle bisector theorem. No doubt in the previous lecture we have seen angle bisector theorem, but in numerical 90% time they are giving conditional formatting based on converse of angle bisector theorem. What does it mean? There is no particular statement or theorem or proof which is given in case of your book, but for proper understanding I am going to take an example from textbook so that you can easily understand the part. What does it indicate and what it is represented in terms of diagram point of view, that we must able to understand. So the statement that I have given, in a triangle ABC, point D is on side BC. Point D is on side BC such that AB upon AC is equal to BD upon DC. Then the ray AD bisect the angle BAC. Then the ray AD bisect angle BAC. Now, how to apply the converse of angle bisector theorem? Try to understand over here. Let us say I have drawn first case, I am keeping the nomenclature same, as a triangle ABC. Now, there is any particular point so called as point D that I am going to draw it over here. Remember it very carefully. This D is not a midpoint of a BC. I repeat my statement. This D is not a midpoint of a BC. It is somewhere on BC. But speciality of D is such that if I am going to draw so called as one ray, that is AD. Now here part that you have to understand over here. Here the concept is that in a triangle ABC, point D is on side BC. In a triangle ABC, point D is on BC such that AB upon AC. So AB upon AC is equal to BD upon DC. Then the ray AD bisect angle BAC. Then ray AD bisect angle BAC. Means you can say that these two angles are equal, or logically you can say AD is an angle bisector. Means you can say that these two angles are equal angle, or logically you can say that AD as an angle bisector. And when such a condition is available in front of you, you are using the concept called as converse of angle bisector theorem. Now the same type of a question that I am going to draw it over here, but I am going to draw a triangle in some different view of observation. Let us say now I am going to call this triangle as triangle ABC. Remember, A is over here, B is over here, C is over here. Again, there is a particular point so called as, say, point D. Again, D doesn't have any specification that it is a midpoint or what. No, not at all. So I am going to draw one ray AD for your understanding. And again our condition remains same. Means AB upon AC. If AB upon AC, तो स्टूडेंट ज़रा याद रखो, जब मैं AB यहाँ ले रहा हूँ, अपॉन AC ले रहा हूँ, तो AB के साइड की यानी ड्यू टू दिस AD, दिस पार्ट इज डिवाइडेड इन टू ट्रायंगल, अपर ट्रायंगल एंड लोअर ट्रायंगल. अगर मैंने स्टार्टिंग में लिया है AB तो ले रहा हूँ अपॉन AC इज इक्वल टू, तो मुझे यहाँ से लेना होगा BD अपॉन DC. अगर गलती से मैंने उल्टा कर दिया लाइक दिस AC अपॉन AB, तो मुझे लेना होगा इज इक्वल टू DC अपॉन BD, लाइक दैट वे. You should be very clear for that part. That's why I'm rotating this diagram in different positions so that you can easily understand the part. Now, same part. Here also you can say that AD is an angle bisector for angle BAC. Means due to AD, this angle BAC is divided in two equal part or angle bisector. Now in the third diagram, I have changed the position and again I am going to write it A over here, B over here and C over here. Because in numerical that problem will be come in front of you कि वो घुमा घुमा के दे देंगे और हम कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, इसलिए पहले से ही कुछ ट्रायल लिखा रहा हूँ. Now let us say I have taken one point as a D and let us say I am going to draw also one ray so that you can clear the part. यानी पहले ओरिजिनली हमारे सर पास सिर्फ BAC नाम का एक ट्रायंगल था या ABC नाम का एक ट्रायंगल था. Now on BC we have taken a point D such that again our condition remains same. AB upon AC. If they have given AB upon AC is equal to BD upon DC. BD upon DC. In that case, you can say that ray AD is an angle bisector. Ray AD is an angle bisector of angle BAC. Here automatically these two angles is equal or congruent, and in this way you can complete the part. So remember, in numerical we have to understand all this logic in terms of application, and we are using it. Now student, we have to understand the next theorem in terms of a property, and that concept is called as property of three parallel line and their transversal. अब हमें समझना है three parallel line and the property associated with that part. For that part, we are going to clear the property of three parallel lines and their transversal. Let us say we have drawn three lines, first, second line and third line. Here, these three lines are parallel with each other. It is not exactly that the gap between these two lines and the gap between these two lines is same or not. It is not important. Means it may possible that gap between these two lines may be 5 centimeter and the gap between these two lines may be 7 centimeter. It doesn't make any difference for this property. Let us say nomenclature, first line is L, second line is M and third line is N. Now, property of three parallel line is always related with its transversals. Means we have to draw two transversal. Let us say for this diagram, I have drawn one transversal, and here I have given the name of this transversal as T1. It intersects the first line in point A, second line in B and third line in C. Now, जिस तरह मैंने यहाँ ट्रांसवर्सल 1 ड्रॉ किया है, उसी तरह मैं यहाँ ट्रांसवर्सल 2 भी ड्रॉ कर रहा हूँ ताकि एक्सप्लेनेशन पार्ट आगे चालू रहे. Now remember, it is not given that this line and these lines are parallel or non-parallel. There is no such a conditions over here. It is valid for all the part. Let us say second transversal nomenclature is T2 and it intersects the first line in point P, second in Q and third in R. From this entire structure, what will be the data available with us? अगर हमें ऐसा कोई पार्ट दिया जाता है तो इससे रिलेटेड हमारे पास डाटा क्या क्या अवेलेबल होगा. फर्स्ट लाइन L is parallel to line M, parallel to line N, means 1 by 1 in three parallel line. In three parallel lines, line L is parallel to line M, parallel to line N, and the writing part is line L parallel to line M, parallel to line N. This is the symbolic presentations of parallel line over here. Now after that, we know that there are two transversal T1 and T2. So our second part, T1 and T2 are two transversal. That is also available with us. Now, here we can say that the first transversal get intersect at point A, B and C. First transversal intersect at points A, B and C. Similarly, for second transversal T2, it get intersect at point P, Q and R. Second transversal intersect at point P, Q and R. And in this case, there is a correlation which is get formed that we have to prove. यहाँ पे एक correlation generate हो जाता है जो हमें prove करना है. Student ध्यान से समझिए correlation आने वाला किस तरह है. We don't know about the structure of line, you can say ABC or transversal T1. We don't know the concept or content in terms of structure of transversal T2 or line PQR. But we only know one property that line L is parallel to line M, parallel to line N. यानी दिए गए तीन लाइन हमें पैरेलल दिए गए ये बताया गया है. They do not have any specification about transversal. But here there are ratios get formed. आपका original transversal T1 get divided in two part. One is a AB and second is a BC. Then there is a relation between AB is to BC. दैट इज कोरिलेटेड विद द सेकंड ट्रांसवर्सल, जिसका रेशो दूसरे ट्रांसफर के साथ कोरिलेट हो जाता है. T2 is a second transversal which is also divided in two part. One is in the part of PQ and second is a QR. And three parallel line theorem says that AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. We are getting one conclusion जिसका proof हम आगे देखने वाले हैं. We are getting one conclusion, that is AB upon BC. AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. ये प्रूफ अब हमें देखना है, ये प्रूफ हमें देखना है. But remember, this is true only when first line is parallel to second line, parallel to third line. And this concept is called as property of three parallel line and their transversal, जिसका हम theorem यहाँ start करने वाले हैं. So first try to understand this basic logic, because we are going to convert all this part into theorem or statement given to prove and proof. So please try to understand this concept. Now we are moving over here for the part in terms of a theorem of three parallel line. Now please try to understand the statement, meaning and logic of that part. No doubt this proof or theorem that we already completed in 9th standard. 9th standard में हम लोगों ने भी ये कर रखा है, but still as a part of a revision हमें properly समझ में आने के लिए हम इसे एक बार फिर से understand कर लेंगे. And the part is, no doubt there is a directly use of BPT, basic proportionality theorem का यहाँ पे direct use हो जाता है, but ज़रूरी है कि हमें ये समझ में आना चाहिए कि ये proof आता कैसे है. So the statement is theorem, the ratio of intercept made on a transversal by three parallel lines is equal to the ratio of the corresponding intercept made on any other transversal by the same parallel lines. Definitely this statement and proof is already available in the book. You can take properly understanding from that part, but here the concept. Let us say we have to understand the same part in terms of diagram point of view, and the part is, let us say I have drawn three lines as a parallel line over here. One by one I am going to indicate. First line as L, second line as M, and third line as N. Step first. Next I have to draw transversals, plurals, means more than one. So here I am going to draw first transversal. Let us say as per a diagram point of view, this is the first transversal, indicating it as transversal 1, or you can say T1. Now transversal 1 or T1 intersect the line at point A, B and C. Means our first transversal T1 intersect the first line at A, second line at B and third line as C. Now I am going to draw second transversal. Here this second transversal, definitely these are non-parallel, T2. Now our second transversal intersect the first line at point P, second at Q and third at R. And according to that, with the help of property of three parallel line, we have to make comparison, or we want to reach to a conclusion, and that is in terms of ratio. Means one ratio is formed AB is to BC, second ratio on the transversal is PQ is to QR, and then we have to prove that AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR if line L, M, N are parallel lines and T1 and T2 are the transversal. So whatever part is given, we are going to write in terms of given and to prove and then proof. So please pay attention this content over here. So here one by one, first part in terms of given. Here as per the first structure over here, student first of all draw a rough diagram on your notebook and then understand the part over here, please. Here they have given line L is parallel to line M, parallel to line N. This is the first part in terms of a given. After given, we are going to go in more descriptive part. हम ज़रा ज़्यादा descriptive part में चले जाते हैं, and that part is transversal T1 intersect at point A, B and C, A, B and C, and transversal T2 intersect at point P, Q and R respectively. Now what exactly we have to prove? So next part is to prove. We have to prove over here part, and this part is AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. This part that we have to prove over here. Now when you are going to understand a proof, it is nothing but a slant modification in terms of basic proportionality theorem. For that part, we have to do one structure modification called as construction. Now, this construction that we are going to make over here in terms of a main diagram, and here observe the diagram carefully. First transversal is T1, second transversal is T2. You have two choice. Either you can join A with R, or also you can join C with P, C with P. I am going to follow the instruction given in terms of books, and the part is here we are going to join P with C or C with P. This is the extra part that I have drawn, so I have drawn it by dotted line. Now, when you are going to join P with C and C with P anyway, there is a point of intersection on BQ, and I am going to call it as a point D. And here, due to which this construction ये हमने क्यों बनाया है, ताकि यहाँ पे दो ट्रायंगल जनरेट हो जिसका रेशियो हम कंपेयर कर पाए. विच आर दिस टू ट्रायंगल्स? वन इज अ ट्रायंगल ACP. Here triangle is ACP, and second is PCR. Now you know one property that is from your part of basic proportionality theorem. What is exactly? If line is parallel to one side of a triangle and divide other two sides into distinct point, then the ratio on one side is equal to ratio on their second side. Now I am going to using that concept over here. What is the part? First of all, try to understand in the reverse order. For example, in triangle CAP, or you can say that APC, what it may be. You know very well that this line is parallel to this. Automatically it becomes BD parallel to AP. Now in triangle APC, by basic proportionality theorem we can write AB upon BC is equal to PD upon DC. That will be your part first with the reference of triangle APC. Now in second part we are taking second triangle. That triangle is PCR. In PCR, you know very well, this line so called as M is parallel to N. Logically you can say that DQ parallel to CR. Therefore you can say the same part, PD upon DC is equal to PQ upon QR. In both the case, your part PD upon DC is same. पहले पार्ट में आपने प्रूव किया AB upon BC is equal to PD upon DC. सेकंड ट्रायंगल में हमें मिला PD upon DC is equal to PQ upon QR. पहले केस में हमें मिला AB upon BC is equal to PD upon DC. सेकंड केस में हमें मिला PD upon DC is equal to PQ upon QR. Naturally from 1 and 2 you can say that AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. And in this way we are going to complete the proof. So please pay attention. First we are going to write construction that we have done. So join CP. It intersect BQ at D. It intersect BQ at point D. And then we are going to write a proof over here. Now again please pay attention. For writing a proof I need more line. So rest of all part I am going to erase. Just keeping to prove and construction, rest part I am going to modify over here. So keeping this part only, I am going to erase all the part. First of all write it properly. You can make a pause video and write it properly. Else your textbook from book of observe it and write it. Now once again please pay attention. We have to prove AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR, and we have drawn one construction, that is joint CP which intersect BQ at point D. Now observe it from once again apart. We are going to take two triangle in case of a consideration. First is a triangle APC. APC. We know that BQ is parallel to AP, so we can use basic proportionality theorem. And here part is, we'll get AB upon BC is equal to PD upon DC. We'll get AB upon BC is equal to PD upon DC. In second triangle, the name of that triangle is PCR. PCR. We know that line M is parallel to N. Logically, you can say that DQ parallel to CR. From that part, we will get PD upon DC. PD upon DC is equal to PQ upon QR. In both the case, PD upon DC is remain same, and we can go to the conclusion, that is AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. Now how to write? Please pay attention over here. Here one by one part is first. In triangle APC or ACP, in triangle ACP, one by one, here they have given BD parallel to AP as BD parallel to AP. Therefore, we can have a part, that is AB upon BC is equal to PD upon DC. Student, first of all draw that diagram so that you can easily understand this step, because entire focus is coming over here, and giving it as equation 1, and the reason is nothing but basic proportionality theorem, or in short form you can write BPT. This short form of BPT is allowed as per board condition. Now second part that we are going to take over here, in triangle PCR, in a triangle PCR, we know that DQ is parallel to CR. DQ parallel to CR. Therefore, PD upon DC, PD upon DC is equal to PQ upon QR. PQ upon QR. I'm going to give it as equation number 2. And the reason is again basic proportionality theorem. Now, in equation 1, we are able to get AB upon BC is equal to PD upon DC. Now same PD upon DC we are getting over here. In second case, PD upon DC is PQ upon QR. Naturally, from equation 1 and 2, we can say that AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. So, third part, from equation 1 and 2, here AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. And this is nothing but our required part of proof. So, from equation 1 and 2, and in this way we can complete this part. This proof is not going to ask in examination for 10th standard, but definitely we are using this property, so you should know content detail of that. फिर से एक बार स्टूडेंट समझ लो, कोई भी प्रूफ एज इट इज आप बुक का ज़्यादा देर तक रट्टा मार के याद नहीं रख सकते हो. यू शुड एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू राइट अ प्रूफ इन टर्म्स ऑफ अ थियरम स्टेटमेंट, हाउ टू ड्रॉ द प्रोपोर्शनेट डायग्राम और कंडीशनल डायग्राम. After conditional diagram, you should able to write a proof in the form of number, statement and reason. No doubt there will be slant alphabetical changes will be available in case of your writing style, but observe the textbook first very carefully, understand the method, clear your concept, content and doubt. आप अपने doubt clear कर लीजिए with respect to teachers, and then develop your own method for writing, and in this way you can complete the part. And with the help of this, we are moving to exercise 1.2. थ्योरम आप 2-3 बार लिख के प्रैक्टिस कीजिए, स्पेशली बीपीटी वो आपके एग्जाम में आने ही वाला है या बहुत सी बार आ चुका है. Students, today we are going to start a practice set 1.2 and the numerical over there. No doubt, recently we have completed basic proportionality theorem, angle bisector theorem and its converse and 3 parallel line. Now moving to the part, basically these numerical are nothing but identification in terms of property application over here. So coming to the part, question number 1 and the part is, given below are some triangles and length of line segments. Identify in each figure ray PM is bisector of angle QPR. Means it may be angle bisector, it may not be angle bisector. According to data, we have to check or identify the part. Here they have given a triangle PQR, in which you can say angle QPR. There is one ray PM they have drawn over here. According to that, they have given the length of a side. PQ is 7 or PR is 3. Next, QM is equal to 3.5 and RM is equal to 1.5. So these are the sides in terms of length that they have provided. No doubt they doesn't have provided any units like centimeter, meter. We need just part of calculation. First of all, I have to cross check whether this PM is angle bisector or not. In that case, first of all, I am going to take the ratio PQ upon PR, means the ratio of the respective sides of that triangle. Next, I am going to take the ratio of QM upon MR. Either you can say MR or RM, part remains same. And if these two ratios are equal, then I can say that yes, PM is an angle bisector by converse of angle bisector theorem. If it is not, then it's false. Here I am going to start the first part, starting from PQ upon PR. Therefore, from given condition, first PQ upon PR is equal to 7 upon 3, and 7 upon 3 cannot be simplified in a more extent, so I am going to call it as equation number 1. Now PQ, student ध्यान दीजिए, PQ इस साइड है और PR इस साइड है, PQ इस साइड है, PR इस साइड है, तो लेते समय मुझे PQ के साइड का यानी ये पार्ट पहले लेना होगा, डिवाइड बाय PR का ये साइड है, इसलिए ये बाद में. Like I have to take the ratio of QM upon MR, or instead of MR you can call RM, depend upon you. I am going to call QM upon MR. So the second part is QM upon MR. Now this value is 3.5 divided by 1.5. Now remember, I have to make a simplification. मुझे इसका simplification करना है, final answer तक पहुंचना है. In that case, what exactly I am going to do? 3.5 में point के बाद 5 और 1.5 में point के बाद 5 है. I am shifting 1 decimal from numerator, 1 decimal from denominator. यानी 3.5 हो जाएगा मेरे लिए simply 35 and 1.5 मेरे लिए simply हो जाएगा 15. अगर मैं इसका simple division करूँगा by 5, 5 3s are 15 and 5 7s are 35, and I am going to call it as equation number 2. Now if you compare equation number 1 and 2 in simplified form, equation 1 is 7 by 3, that is PQ upon PR. Equation 2 is also 7 by 3, that is nothing but QM upon MR. Means from 1 and 2 I can say that PQ upon PR is equal to QM upon MR. Therefore PQ upon PR is equal to QM upon MR, और रीजन में लिखूंगा फ्रॉम इक्वेशन 1 and 2, फ्रॉम इक्वेशन 1 and 2. Therefore ray PM is angle bisector. Therefore ray PM is bisector of angle QPR, एंड रीजन में लिखूंगा कॉन्वर्स ऑफ एंगल बाइसेक्टर थ्योरम. एंड इन दिस वे यू कैन कंप्लीट द पार्ट. स्टूडेंट, अगर आप डायरेक्टली लिखोगे तो आपको मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे. यू आर सपोज टू राइट द फर्स्ट रेशो ऑफ रिस्पेक्टिव साइड्स. Next, second ratio, which side is get divided in two parts. then comparison of that part, and then finally declaration. And definitely reason is a supporting part for you. In this way you are supposed to write proper step, then and then you will get the full marks. इसके अलावा और दो भी न्यूमेरिकल है, वो भी हम कंप्लीट करने वाले, ध्यान से हर एक स्टेप को समझिए. Now moving to the second numerical, and the part is here question remains same. Diagrammatical condition will be modified, and the part is they have given PQ as a 10, PR as a 7. From PQ side you can say QM is 8 and MR is 6. In the first case I am going to take the ratio PQ upon PR. Next I am going to take a ratio of QM upon MR, and if this ratio is same, then we can say that yes, this PM is an angle bisector. If it is not, then not. So coming to the part over here, so answer from given diagram, because data is available from diagram that they have provided, PQ upon PR, first ratio is PQ upon PR. This PQ upon PR from diagram, that is 10 upon 7. Now you cannot simplify it more, so I am going to give it as equation number 1. For second, QM upon MR, QM upon MR, that is 8 upon 6. And if I am going to simplify it, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. So this is equation number 2. From this calculation only we can say that our first value is 10 upon 7, second value is 4 upon 3. Definitely it is not equal or not same. Means my logical condition is PQ upon PR, PQ upon PR is not equal to QM upon MR, QM upon MR. Naturally we have introduced not equal to sign, remember it very carefully. So we can say that PM is not an angle bisector, therefore ray PM is not an angle bisector of angle QPR, and this is your second numerical. Please try to understand presentation and style in terms of representation. Now moving to third question. First of all, try to understand the diagram over here. They have given us a triangle PQR, and as per data evaluation they have given PQ as a 9, PR as a 10, QM is 3.6 and MR as a 4. Once again, PQ as a 9, PR as a 10, QM as 3.6 and MR as 4. First of all, I am going to take the ratio of PQ upon PR. Definitely it is very simple, 9 upon 10, because it is directly getting the value, no need to make simplification. Now according to PQ and then PR, we have to take QM and MR, that is 3.6 upon 4, and we have to go through simplification and compare the ratio. So the part is, so from given diagram, first ratio PQ upon PR, so PQ upon PR, this PQ upon PR, that is 9 upon 10. We cannot simplify it to more extent, so I am giving it as equation number 1. Second, QM upon MR, QM upon MR is equal to 3.6 upon 4. Now here step of simplification and modification will be the most important part. One by one I am going to do some modification in this step. Please try to understand. First of all, this is 3.6 and it is a 4. I am going to take its first modification as a 3.6, and instead of 4 I am writing 4.0. Why? Because in decimal it is a 6 over there, but after decimal there is no number, so I written 0. Next, shifting one decimal from the numerator and one decimal from denominator, so it become 36 upon 40. स्टूडेंट एक बार फिर से ध्यान दीजिए, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट यहीं पे कंफ्यूज करते हैं एंड दे कैनॉट राइट द स्टेप्स. पहला था उनका 3.6 डिवाइड बाय 4, मैंने उसे कर दिया 3.6 और 4 के आगे कुछ नहीं, इसलिए पॉइंट रख के 0 ले लिया. यू कैन ऐड एन नंबर ऑफ 0 after fixing a proper point or decimal over here. Next, shifting 0.6 in a decimal and shifting point from 0 over here, this value become 36 upon 40. Hope so up to this step everyone is clear. सबको ये बात समझ में आ गई होगी कि सिंप्लीफाई क्या किया गया है. नेक्स्ट दोनों नंबर 36 and 40, दिस इज अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 4. 4 9s are 36 and 4 10s are 40, and that is equation 2. Again from comparison you can see one part. पहला रेशियो है PQ upon PR, PQ upon PR, this value is 9 upon 10. दूसरा रेशियो है QM upon MR, and after simplification it is also 9 upon 10. So for comparison over here we can have PQ upon PR is equal to QM upon MR, PQ upon PR is equal to QM upon MR. Naturally we can say that PM, or you can say Ray PM, this will be from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, and here we can say that Ray PM is an angle bisector of angle QPR, and reason become converse of angle bisector theorem. And in this way we can complete the entire numerical. स्टूडेंट्स ध्यान दीजिए, हर एक स्टेप में आप आंसर किस तरह रिप्रेजेंट करते हो, सिस्टमेटिकली विथ सिंपल एंड गुड हैंड राइटिंग. थोड़ा खुला खुला लिखो ताकि पढ़ते समय सबको परफेक्टली आए. कुछ लोग ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा बड़ा हैंड राइटिंग निकालते हैं, कुछ लोग छोटा. आप एक लाइन के हिसाब से मीडियम साइज निकालो ताकि लिखने टाइम या दिखते टाइम वो प्रॉपरली दिखाई दे. दैट इज़ अ नीड इन अ ज्योमेट्री. एंड अगेन गिविंग आइदर इक्वेशन और मेकिंग अ रीजनिंग, दिस इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट. इट कैरी द वेटेज इन टर्म्स ऑफ मार्क्स. Now starting a second question over here, and the part is question number 2. In triangle PQR, PM is equal to 15, PM is equal to 15, PQ is equal to 25, PR is equal to 20, and NR is equal to 8. State whether the line NM is parallel to side RQ. Give reasons. Now here one by one we have to understand diagram, given data, and combination of that. They have given triangle PQR. In that case, there is also one line MN which is given over here. Now as per their given data, one by one, in triangle PQR, PM is 15. So P to M, this distance they have given 15. Next, PM is 15, PQ is equal to 25. P to Q, this distance they have given 25. Next, they have given PR is equal to 20, PR, this total distance they have given 20. And they have given NR as 8, this NR as 8. This is the data available with us. Now the main part is that whenever we are going to calculate the ratio in terms of basic proportionality theorem, we know that one part which is in terms of question they have asked, in triangle PQR whether the line NM is parallel, to side RQ. यानी हमें ये चेक करना है कि ये NM नाम की साइड RQ को पैरेलल है या नहीं. In that case, we are going to take some ratios. What is that? We know by converse of BPT, first Pn upon NR is equal to PM upon MQ. If it is equal to, then we can say that yes, this line NM parallel to RQ. अब इन्होंने देते समय क्या किया है, पूरा पार्ट दिया है और बेस का पार्ट दिया है, यानी डिफरेंस से हमें ये निकालना है. इन शॉर्ट 20 minus 8, that will become somehow 12 or like that. Next, this is 15 and this is 25. Naturally this is a 10. Means first of all we have to take a calculation for a subtraction, put into the data and the evaluation. Now student ध्यान दीजिए, this PR they have given 20, this PR is 20 and NR is 8. Naturally 20 minus 8 means I can calculate PN as a 12, यानी ये मेरे लिए वैल्यू हो जाएगी 12. That will be my first calculation. Next, We know that PQ is 25 and PM as 15. Automatically this distance become 10. First of all, we have to represent this subtraction, that what we have done over here, and then cross check the ratio. What is exactly? We have to cross check the ratio of Pn upon Nr is equal to Pm upon Mq. If it is equal, then we can say that this line Nm is parallel to Rq, and if it is not, then it is not a parallel. Like that way हमें इसका explanation देते आना चाहिए. So observe the writing part and the calculation. So from the reference of a diagram, here one by one. From given diagram, here evaluations are, first of all we are going to represent Pn is equal to Pr minus Nr. So here first part, Pn is equal to Pr minus Nr, Pr minus Nr, that become 20 minus 8, 20 minus 8, and that become 12. We don't know unit, so I am writing units, giving it as equation number 1. In second category, we have to calculate MQ, that is nothing but PQ minus PM. Therefore, MQ is equal to PM minus PQ minus PM, PQ minus PM, that become 25 minus 15 and simply become 10 units as equation number 2. Now this unknown value that we have calculated directly in a diagram, जो हमने डायग्राम में डायरेक्टली कैलकुलेट किया था, उसे हमने रिप्रेजेंट भी कर दिया है. Now for triangle PQR, therefore I am going to give this part as group 1 and here group 2. Therefore in triangle PQR, आप इसे PQR लिखो या PRQ लिखो, डिपेंड अपॉन योर पार्ट. मैं पहला रेशियो ले रहा हूँ Pn अपॉन Nr, Pn अपॉन Nr. स्टूडेंट, जब भी ये पार्ट एक्सप्लेन होता है, आप एक रफ डायग्राम नोटबुक पे निकाल के रखो व्हेनेवर एनी लेक्चर इज गोइंग ऑन. सो डायग्राम एक्सप्लेनेशन इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इन एवरी क्वेश्चन. अंटिल यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द डायग्राम, डोंट ट्राई टू सॉल्व द न्यूमेरिकल. सबसे पहले डायग्राम को अंडरस्टैंड करो और तभी न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करना शुरू करो. Pn upon Nr, Pn upon Nr, that become 12 upon 8. Simplification, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12, so it become 3 by 2. I'm going to call it as equation number 3 because 1 2 we are already given. Next ratio, Pm upon Mq, Pm upon Mq. Now as per calculation it is 15 upon 10, 15 upon 10. Again simplification, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, so again it become 3 upon 2, giving it as equation number 4. Now if you compare equation 3 and 4, your ratio is 3 by 2, 3 by 2. Naturally Pn upon Nr is equal to Pm upon Mq. Therefore Pn upon Nr, Pn upon Nr is equal to Pm upon Mq from 3 and 4. Naturally we can say that here part ratio is proportionate, so we can say that Nm is parallel to side Rq. Therefore Nm is parallel to Rq, and reason become converse of basic proportionality theorem. Converse of basic proportionality theorem, and in this way we can complete the entire part. Now student, please pay attention to the next numerical, that is question number 3, and the part is in triangle MNP. In triangle MNP, NQ is bisector of angle N. NQ is bisector of angle N. If Mn is equal to 5, Pn is equal to 7, MQ is equal to 2.5, then find the value of QP. Once again, from this theoretical question, I am going to observe your concentration over here for the diagram. In triangle PNM, they have given NQ as an angle bisector, means these two angles are given over here as a congruent. Next, MN is equal to 5, MN is 5, PN is equal to 7, MQ is 2.5, then find QP. Means simply this numerical is related or correlated with angle bisector property. So explaining that part over here. Now in case of an angle bisector, please try to understand the part. We know that by angle bisector property, NM upon NP is equal to MQ upon QP. Students ध्यान दो, अगर हमने लिया पहले NM तो हमें लिखना होगा अपॉन NP. हमने NM पहले लिया है इसलिए उसका अपर पार्ट आएगा MQ अपॉन QP. अगर हमने रिवर्स ले लिया मतलब NP अपॉन NM, देन यू हैव टू राइट PQ अपॉन QM. ये सीक्वेंस याद रखिए. वंस अगेन रेगुलर पार्ट हम लेने वाले हैं NM अपॉन NP, तो NM के साइड की MQ देन अपॉन QP. सो बाय प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ एंगल बाइसेक्टर, देयरफॉर by property of angle bisector, what is that? In triangle MNP, NQ is bisector, NQ is angle bisector. Therefore MN upon NP is equal to MQ upon QP, MQ upon QP. Simplification, MN, that value is given as a 5, upon NP, this NP is 7, is equal to MQ, that is 2.5, upon QP, that is unknown for us. Now we have to solve in mathematical part. Definitely this become as a cross product and the simplification is. अब simplification के लिए part क्या आएगा? QP into 5. So this become QP into 5. So QP into 5 is equal to 7 into 2.5. 7 into 2.5. Next part I am going to simplify over here itself only. No doubt step by step you are going to write it down, but the part over here QP is equal to, therefore QP is equal to 7 into 2.5 divided by 5, 7 into 2.5 divided by 5. Now from this step and onward mathematical calculation will be the most important part. यहाँ पे आपके mathematical calculation clear होने चाहिए. जैसे मैंने पहले बताया था 2.5 अगर आपको modified करना है तो आप यहाँ पे लिख सकते हो 5.0. क्या फ़ायदा होगा उसके simplification के लिए, ध्यान दीजिए. And the part is this 7 will remain as it is, 2.5 now become 25 and 5.0 simply become 50. So your simple calculation, 25 ones are 25, 25 twos are 50 and that becomes 7 upon 2. And 7 upon 2 definitely you can take a simple division and therefore your QP become 3.5 and we don't know unit, so I am writing units. And in this way by simple angle bisector property you can explain entire numerical. So student, once again clear your concept and doubt. First understand it properly, make a pause of video, आराम से वीडियो को पॉज कीजिए, एक बार खुद पहले देख लीजिए, पॉज कीजिए और खुद सेल्फ सॉल्व कीजिए, देन एंड देन योर कॉन्फिडेंस विल डेवलप. जब तक आप खुद नहीं करोगे आपका कॉन्फिडेंस डेवलप नहीं होगा.